Yes, welcome back to the Eurovision podcast, the ESC Gossip Podcast with your favorite Eurovision gay auntie, Henrik Clarkson. And if you like this podcast, don't forget to subscribe to this or to Spotify so you don't miss out on any future episodes. Don't forget to subscribe to the ESC podcast because I'm trying to get climbing all my way up to 20,000 followers on YouTube, and I'm gonna say I'm over 19,000, but I'm gonna say my big goal for Eurovision to season 2020, this 2025 years is to go over that 20,000 mark. If you can make that happen, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to follow this podcast. I try to release a new episode every Sunday or Sunday, Monday. I have not worked that out. I've done this podcast for 3 months and I've still not worked that out. Anyway, I gotta say I hope everyone is doing great. It is October 19. I gotta say I don't know how long is it until Christmas. It's it's a little bit more than 2 months. It is crazy how fast time flies. When you grow older, you realize, time flies. Wait, there is that Christmas. There's a Christmas here. 62 days until Christmas. If you have a Snapchat, you can use that Christmas Day countdown for Christmas. So 67 days until Christmas. The stress. I hope everyone is doing great. I had a nice weekend. I took some time off. I gotta say, I think I've done more throwbacks on Eurovision entries, Melfest entries on my YouTube shorts. I going back and listening to that song, that staging, that outfit. Yes, I feel like after talking so much about Israel, I feel like I wanted to take a step back and do other things because I feel I gotta say I quoted a little bit this idea from Wolfshan because he did top 10 worst entries, and I was like, I want to dig deep in Eurovision history, the ones I remember, to see. Yes, there's some gold treasures in there. Let's dig them up and let other people see them, because there's so many entries I forgot about, but when you dig deep and actually listen to them again, you realize they are actually very good. I listened to the Bosnia-Herzegovina's disco entry from 2004 and I was like, gosh, I was young. I was 15 when I remember that song. Yes, but anywho, that's what I'm doing a little bit more, those throwbacks shorts, because it makes me happy. And now I talked about the Belarus entries from 2005 and Drömhus, Stjärna på himlen, a Melodifestivalen entry from 99. I was like, I was 10. I was 10, 99. And remembering all those glory days of Eurovision history, Eurovision Melodifestivalen memories, it makes me happy. So that is what I'm doing more. I'm still gonna talk more Eurovision stuff, more Eurovision news, but I feel like I needed to take a break because the talking about Israel and the ceasefire and the backlash and people commenting, it became a little bit too much. But I was like, I want to be one of those people. I'm gonna stick to it and I'm not gonna back down. But I was like, I need to do stuff. I need to focus on other things. So that's why I've not done mostly new stuff for recent days. I want to do other things and not focusing on other things. But here we are. Yes, I gotta say this weekend I celebrated my sister's birthday. I went to my parents. I slept over from Friday midnight until today. It was divine. And I went out in the middle of the night with my mother, and we stand behind their house and we watched the Northern Lights, because you didn't see it with your eyes, but my mother has a great phone, so when she took the photos you see the Northern Lights. That is a photo I uploaded on my Instagram. You can follow my social media in the links down below. You have everything there. So I posted a photo on the Northern Lights and I used So Mass Voyage song because I thought it was fitting. Yes, that is my weekend. But anyway, let's dig deep and let's see what has happened in Eurovision season, because there is some stuff that has been going on, but like I said in one of my shorts, it feels like after we saw the ceasefire peace plan talk, it feels like the situation and the tone of Eurovision has changed a little bit to the we are not focusing on Israel and Hamas and ceasefire there. We are focusing on other things. And I'm gonna say one of the stories that is circling around is one I never expect to talk. Someone I never expected to talk about on this channel, Taylor Swift. I know she has dropped a new album, The Life of a Showgirl, and many people are saying that yeah, she's the OG showgirl. I was like, girl, Kylie Minogue was the OG showgirl if you ask me, but that's me. I mean, I gotta say, according to Eurovision Fan, Taylor Swift is once again in the center of attention as a part of Eurovision fandom claims that one of her new songs bears striking similarities to the Poland's 2024 Eurovision entry. And if you don't remember, Luna represented Poland back in 2024 with the song Tower. I mean, I gotta say, I don't mind this song, but I think they missed the mark with the staging because it went a little bit craziness, and yeah, and she did have a very bad running number. I think she was right between Switzerland and Croatia, which she was between two people that did very well. So yeah, she was toast. But anyway, Taylor Swift new album, The Life of a Showgirl, released on October 3rd and has already made some waves on social media. Yep, some people hate it, some people love it. In the tracks, The Fate of Ophelia that sparked controversy, with many listeners pointing out the resemblance of The Tower performed by Luna and Eurovision 2024. I mean, users across TikTok, Instagram, and X, we know that is the former Twitter, noted that the melody core structure of Taylor Swift's new song sounds remarkably similar to The Tower, though with slower tempo and a different arrangement. So, yeah, I didn't read it when I did the shorts, but when I read it now, how is that a copy? I mean, I'm gonna say that's the thing with Eurovision, that's the thing with the coming 2025. Seeing the ones I remember since 2000 and now, it's basically impossible to rewrite an OG new song because we have AI coming up, we have so many people being influenced or inspired to talk about new songs. So yeah, but many have urged Luna to protect her work, while others dismissed it nothing more than musical coincidence. Yeah, it feels like musical coincidence because I bet $1,000 that Taylor Swift have never heard about Luna. No, I don't think Taylor Swift have ever heard who Luna is. So I think this was a musical coincidence. But let's see Luna's statement, shall we? Knowing for her artistic sensibility, Luna chose to respond with grace and slight sense of humor. In an interview with Polish media website Plotek.pl, she commented, "I see it as a beautiful sign from the universe. Music is energy that flows between artists and sometimes meets similar places. Who knows, maybe one day our musical path would truly cross." I think that it will happen if a songwriter for Taylor Swift be like, hey, you know, this Polish artist will fit your song, or for this song will actually fit your duet. But anyway, and she added, "Save the date for Halloween so you can hear my new song before Taylor Swift does." I mean, I'm gonna say this is, I mean, the things that many people are accused of copying songs, and apparently there have been some controversy with Eurovision as well. I mean, I'm gonna say, I recall 2015's Mon Semilov's Heroes. That was, I mean, I think it was a staging a little bit of a song that, But anyway, in 2018, Netta with the song Toy drew attention from Universal Music, which claimed resemblance of Seven Nation Army by White Stripes. The matter was settled in court, with Jack White receiving a co-writing credit and a share of the royalties. I did not know that, so every time we play Netta's Toy song, this one Jack White from the White Stripes receive royalty claims and a check. So he must be happy since she won, and I think since Netta won Eurovision and that song has been played a lot, so I guess he's not mad. He gets a check. Yes, claim your bag, boo. But anyway, then we have most recently Eurovision 2025. Icelandic Web was accused of copying an Israeli pop hit with their song Roa, while Swedish Kai Face claimed with Bala Bala Bastu bore from the Indian track. The Swedish group clarified the accordion melody came from a licensed sound library, meaning no rules were violated. I mean, I'm gonna say, yeah, that's the thing. I'm gonna say that's the thing, because writing a new song today is basically impossible, because either you're gonna use some track that you can use, but it sounds very similar. But yeah, though I feel like those songs that was like 90s, 80s, 70s, and 60s, and the 50s, I think those songs you'd be like, you don't touch a similar. I mean, it's like if someone would write a song and everyone is like, that is an ABBA song, that is an ABBA song, that is a strict. I mean, I'm gonna say, if anyone is writing a new Mamma Mia, Gimme Gimme, SOS, Voulez-Vous, you don't think Björn and Benny would sue? Oh yes, they would. I mean, that's the only reason why Madonna's Hung Up from 2006 was allowed, because she begged them. She wrote a letter to ask them to borrow the sample of the chorus of Gimme Gimme, Gimme 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 from the Hung Up. And I think Björn and Benny gets a check from her as well with the royalties. And since that song is 20 years old, and the amount of time that song has been played, I guess they got a big check. It's same with Dolly Parton, Whitney Houston, and I Will Always Love You. Dolly Parton is like, you can use the song, but give me my money. Anyway, I'm gonna say, nothing will not happen. Anyway, let's move on. Speaking of songs, we can do a little bit talk. I think I'm gonna do it like a summary of the shorts videos from this week. And we know that Jamala, speaking of Eurovision Fun, speak of the songs. Anyway, Jamala, we all know, the artist who brought Ukraine the historic victory. Historic? No. At the Eurovision 2016 with the song 1944, who now serves as the musical producer of Vidbeer 2026, has sparked discussion with a recent comment on the quality of this song's submissions. In a post shared on her official Telegram channel, Jamala describes many of the entries as terrible, and noting that many contestants may be artists, but they don't take their Many contestants may be artists, but they don't take their own material seriously. Low quality and lack of artist identity. The Ukrainian singer-producer emphasized that many submitted songs suffers both technically and vocally, pointing to poor sound quality, weak performance and intonation issues. She also highlighted a lack of artistic cohesion, stating that in some songs it is difficult to understand which country the creator comes from and what message they are trying to convey. Okay, are you not a little bit too picky? Because Estonia, I'm gonna say Estonia song, Tommy Cash, Espresso Macchiato, was a very Italian, fun entry. That is Estonia. And Sweden song, Bala Bala Bastu, could have been a Finnish entry if you ask me. So, not everything, not all the songs needs, I'm gonna say not all the songs needs to be cultural correct and be like, yeah, that is the Ukrainian entry. But okay. Anyway, according to Jamala, having a clear artistic identity is an essential requirement for a successful Eurovision entry. Eurovision is also a country's showcase. Despite her harsh criticism, Jamala acknowledged that among this year's submissions there are a few that stands out, urging participants, however, to demonstrate more professionalism and artistic awareness. Eurovision is not a stage, it's also a country showcase. Yeah, duh. It's like going to Olympics or the World Cup. You're representing your country. And of course the broadcaster. She remarks, reminding artists that participating in the contest demands consistency, technical excellence, and respect for the audience. Girl, are you not taking this a little bit too seriously? Is she the right pick to be the music producer for Vidbir? Ukraine's national selection this next year is going to be very interesting. Okay, but anyway, submission for Ukraine's national selection Vidbir 2026 closes on October 27th this year via the official Eurovision UA platform. Up to 9 finalists will be announced on December 15, while the 10 finalists will be chosen through an online wildcard note among the remaining shortlisted artists. The results of the public vote are expected to be published next year on January 15. Girl, don't you think you take this job a little bit too seriously? Because what? I mean, I'm gonna say, I think when it comes to, I'm gonna say, yeah, sure. I don't know what to expect, because I was like, is she the right pick to be the music producer for Vidbir 2026? But looking at Ukraine since they came into Eurovision in 2003 with Hasta la Vista Baby, and then the one with Ruslana, and then the one with, of course, Jamala, and then we have the Drag Act with Verka Serduchka. Ukraine is giving us everything. They have gone from opera, Ruslana wild dances, up to ballads. We have a disco, we have more, retro, Jamala's 1944. We have everything with Ukraine, so I feel like Ukraine is a country that can bring me everything. I expect that. Some countries would be like, yeah, we're gonna get that song. It's like what they say. But Sweden, we're gonna get that polished pop song. With Ukraine, it's like you can get everything. So it feels like her criticism doesn't make any sense. And I'm gonna say, it's still, girl, you only won Eurovision because the jurors hated Sergei Lazarev, so. And that the fact that the public didn't appreciate Dami In, that is the only reason we won. Because, no offense to Jamala, because I have not listened to that song, her winning entry from 2016 in years. And that, I'm gonna say, Jamala's Eurovision entry, it is a little bit like Portugal's entry 2017 with Solvodar Sobral. That is a song that won that night, but you don't listen to it afterwards. Sorry, no shade, no tea, no shade, no pink lemonade. Ugh, girl, relax. You can have my glass of energy, here, you can have my glass of energy drink, girl, so you relax. I feel like she needs to. But anyway, let's move on. Speaking of Estonia, I'm gonna say, it feels like Estonia's national selection, Eesti Laul 2026, is actually shaping up to be one of the strongest one this year, Eurovision 2026, because EurovisionFan.com is a great website, so shout out to EurovisionFan.com. And I'm gonna say, according to their new article, there are strong interest from foreign artists in Eesti Laul 2026, and after Tommy Cash, a very, very big success, because no offense to JJ and Wasted Love, and no offense to Joval Rafael either, who came second, the only song I hear on the radio besides the Swedish entry is Tommy Cash and Espresso Macchiato, and I think Tommy Cash would have been a great winner. That's me. But I love JJ's entry, I love his vocals, and I love Joval Rafael. I love the song and I love the whole performances. There's no shade, no tea, no dissing here, but I feel like of the top three, it feels like you remember Tommy Cash the most. But anyway, after Tommy Cash in the footstep, we have only a few days left with the song submission, and yes, the song submission is October 20. That's tomorrow. But and this year there has been significant interest not only from artists within Estonia, but from abroad. It's like Charlotte Perrelli, who tried to go to Benidorm national selection in Spain, but she was not picked. The number of international submissions is already higher than previous year. I think that makes Eesti Laul's national selection actually great fun, that more international artists wants to take part of that national selection. Eesti Laul is regarded as a high quality and innovative competition. So we shall see. So anyway, if you have a song for Eesti Laul, I think you should submit it, because I think Eesti Laul, it is like, besides Melfest, of course, Melfest is a very high stake, high quality national selection, but it feels like UMK and Eesti Laul, it is like the top two of the other national selections across Europe that is like the national selections to watch. UMK and Eesti Laul, that is basically my top 2 each year to look forward to, because they never disappoint, ever. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about Slovenia. I want to make this a little bit a short episode today, because I was like, I'm gonna meet up with my dancing partner. She wants to take me to her dance class so I can watch and judge. You know I like to judge. Anyway, let's talk about Slovenia. Yes, that is a thing with the whole ceasefire peace plan. I hope it lasts, but it doesn't look that well. It doesn't look that well, because if you read the news, no, not the corporate news, you dig deep behind the independent media, the ceasefire peace plan doesn't look that promising. But yeah, after that, I said that to my hubby, and I've said it myself, it feels like after that peace plan talk was going on, and hostage from both sides, prisoners, hostages, whatever you want to call them, when they were returned from, it feels like, the talk about Eurovision in Israel has changed. And I'm gonna say, if the ceasefire peace plan, hopefully, and no war conflict is breaking out before next May, I feel like what is the reason of boycotting Israel out of the competition? Yes, what was that news? I need to find that news. Let's talk. Where is that news? Where's the news? I saw it somewhere, because I don't recall where it was. I think it was the fact that Spain and the Netherlands have said them both that even though there is a ceasefire peace plan, they will still boycott Eurovision if Israel is still in the competition. And that, if that is the reason why you're boycotting, then you'd be like, is this about the conflict, or you're just hating Israel? Because no offense to the countries that have been threatening to boycott, but when you're looking into their results in Eurovision within the last 10 years, these are 5 countries that have done poorly in Eurovision. I know that the Netherlands has done slightly better than the other 4 countries, like Ireland. I mean, Ireland did a peak with Baby Thug. God, ugh. Anyway, Baby Thug, and then you have Iceland, questionable. Spain, the Netherlands, and Slovenia. 5 countries has done mediocre results when it comes to Eurovision. So the fact that those are the 5 countries that are threatening to withdraw. Anywho, let's talk about what did Slovenia say. Natalia Korsak, the Director General of RTV Slow, have said that that a recent ceasefire in Gaza should not automatically lead to Israel being allowed to compete in Eurovision Song Contest 2026, following the EBU's decision to cancel next month's votes on the matter. That must suck for those 5 countries. They are threatening to withdraw so much, but EBU was like, nah, we don't need to have the vote. Ooh, the shade. Speaking to TV Slovenia, Korsak explained that she disagreed with the EBU's choice to postpone the EBU November vote, arguing that it would be more sensible to exclude Israel this year to avoid further political complications. Okay, and I quote, a ceasefire alone cannot be the reason for immediately agreeing that Israel should return to Eurovision. It would make more sense for the EBU to exclude Israel this year and avoid political issues that would follow, but we will see. Ultimately, it is their decision. Yes, and I'm gonna say here, other broadcasters including RTE Ireland, RÚV Iceland, Avrotros Netherlands, and RTVE Spain and Slovenia has maintained their stance against competing if Israel remains the lineup. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say, it feels like if it was not about, that is the thing with all the pro-Palestinian people have been protesting on the streets for the last 2 years. If the ceasefire peace plan actually exists and it actually solves a lot, then what's the problem? If that is the case, why are you still protesting? And yeah, and you can ask yourself, is this really about this Gaza situation conflict, or you just want Israel out of the competition because they have done so well? And I'm gonna say, I think many countries are terrified that Israel would win. But I'm gonna say, if you would not have the Eurovision in Tel Aviv or Jerusalem next year, oh no, they will not have it in maybe 2027. No, I don't think they will have it. And I'm gonna say, yeah, it feels like with the ceasefire peace plan talk, it feels like the Eurovision talk has changed, and it's going to be very interesting to see the other broad Eurovision creators who have been very silent, because I cannot follow Vivi blogs because they apparently blocked me. But you know that the other Eurovision YouTubers like Max the Rainbow, Nosh, Eurohub, Vivi Blogs, all of the ones I know about, and there's so many other ones. But it's going to be very interesting for me to watch how they react and how they talk about if Israel is still in the competition next year. Is it going to be boycotting still? Are they going to not talk about them? It's going to be very interesting. Yes, but anyway, that's for me with this episode on my Eurovision podcast talk. The Eurovision podcast with all the gossip, all the latest news. And I'm gonna still continue on with doing the shorts video with the throwback songs, because that is fun. But anyway, don't forget to subscribe to this podcast. Don't forget to like this app. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. What do you think about this whole situation? It is a mess. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and those of you out there, have a nice Sunday, and tell your mother you love them. Mwah! Yes, and with the upcoming Eurovision season becoming more and more crazy, don't forget to hit subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on the latest thing in Eurovision world, and don't forget to follow my podcast so you don't miss out on the latest gossip and news in Eurovision world. I'll see you another time. Bye!